When it comes to video game weapons, few things are more exciting than the shotgun. Blasting away an enemy right in your face is empowering, you know? Doubly so if it's accompanied by excessive gore. There is a divide in how interesting a shotgun can be though, and that being through the reload method or the rate of fire. I would say that in general, shell-loaded shotguns are more engaging from a gameplay perspective. However, the magazine-loaded shotgun doesn't have to be boring. Take a look at something like the AA-12. With this design, you trade the iconic shell loading of a shotgun to have a weapon that focuses on putting out a massive amount of damage quickly. In the real world, it would be unreasonable for this weapon to be shell loaded and could only be let loose a couple of times to lower the amount of mags that the operator would need to bring. The AA-12 is a staple in games for this design, as it allows the player to unload a bunch of shells but not have to spend forever reshelling the damn thing. Where the magazine shotgun falters is with something like the Bulldog from Halo Infinite. And I hate to talk smack about Infinite again, and I promise I do have positive things to say about it, but for now the Bulldog is in my sights once again. This shotgun removed everything that made the classic Halo shotgun so mesmerizing. First of all, the one-shot kill, or at least the ability to drain shields with one shot, has been stripped out against the heavier enemies. This takes away the most satisfying thing about a shotgun, blowing back your enemies with a powerful buckshot, but doesn't replace it with the satisfaction of firing off shots in fast succession, since it's still a pump action shotgun at heart. It really makes me sad to see such an iconic piece of Halo's sandbox sidelined for something that is not only less interesting in Halo, but also is less interesting in the world of video game shotguns. So, why are shell-loaded shotguns more mechanically interesting than magazine-fed ones? Well, I'm glad you asked. I am a firm believer that enjoyment of gameplay is about making decisions. Games can either focus on having the player make a bunch of rapid decisions, or focus on the player making decisions that have a lasting impact on the experience, and some amazing games manage to balance both. To prove my point, I'd point to Civ 6 and say despite the gameplay of this game basically being clicking on stuff, and can be mostly played with one hand, not that you should, the gameplay engages due to the game asking you to make decisions every turn, and often those decisions can radically alter the outcome of the game. It's one of the few games I lose myself in for hours because it's so hard to put down a game that is constantly asking you to make important decisions after witnessing the consequence or benefit of your decision from 100 turns ago. Shell-loaded shotguns fall more towards the rapid decision side of engagement. If there is a game where loading your shotgun has a lasting impact on the rest of the game, please let me know because I would love to play it. When using a shell-loaded shotgun, the player is asked to make decisions while reloading. I can fire 2 shots and then reload them real quick while I have time, or I can let loose all my shells before reloading. From empty, I can cancel the reload after replacing 3 shells and start firing again. The way I interact with the shotgun's ability to be loaded one at a time is dynamic, and asks me to make decisions every time I fire it. In order to show you why Halo's old shotgun is superior, let's hop into Halo CE's worst level, the library. While this mission is a repetitive slog through endless hallways of Flood, I still manage to enjoy it due to the unique gameplay it brings to the table, and how it feels designed to encourage the use of the shotgun. The M90 tears apart the Flood better than any other weapon in the game, and is a blast to use. Throughout the entire mission, the Flood will constantly be charging the player and putting the full excitement of using a shell-loaded shotgun in perspective. The player is tasked with keeping track of how many shells are in the M90 at all times, and gauging when they should reload in relation to how far away the Flood are. As they get closer, you load one shell and believe you have enough time to load another before you need to start firing again. There is a little story there, and you're actively making it inside the game systems every time you fire and reload. Zombie games seem to handle the shell-loaded shotgun the best due to its enemies being right up in your face more often than not, facilitating that question of, should I reload more often? When I play Left 4 Dead, I always have a shotgun in my hand, and one of my favorite Back 4 Blood builds focuses on using a shotgun. I just find the gameplay of this weapon to be engrossing under these circumstances. While I love guns like the AA-12 and Doom Eternal Super Shotgun, I can't deny that the old reliable shell-loaded shotgun is my favorite to use in games.